Things that you can do to improve your style today, right now, after watching this video. I'm gonna go through things that I've learned throughout my little style journey that have helped me narrow down what works for me. A lot of people think that having good style is just knowing like what's trendy or what everyone on Instagram or on TikTok is posting about. Personally, I think good style is just knowing to your core and like the back of your hand what works for you in terms of clothes. And you know, just everything that you're gonna put on yourself, like just knowing what truly works for you and rocking that like nothing else. First thing I would like for you to do is do a color analysis. Just having an overall understanding of the colors and tones that work for you depending on your hair color, your eye color, your features, your skin tone, your undertones. There are so many people that have put out videos. You can just do research and see more or less where you fall, what's your color season. So I recently did one and I fell under the deep winter color season, and I realized why I just love the way that certain colors look on me way more than others, why I receive more compliments when I wear certain colors, why I feel more confident when I wear certain colors, and why the majority of my wardrobe is black. So I recently just did a little brief Google search and I found a chart with all of the colors that supposedly suit my skin tone and actually do. Like after I read all of them, I realized that those are the colors that just suit me the most and that I feel the best in. Now I'm gonna start experimenting with more colors that suit my skin tone and my features and my undertones. Good style is something that can be learned. And the way that you do that is by wearing your clothes a lot, experimenting with your clothes, mix and matching things, figuring out what works for you. Really try to experiment as much as you can. Really try to find the colors that suit you. A lot of people don't feel inspired to experiment with their clothes, don't feel inspired to think out of the box, and it's because, you know, they're trying to go by what everybody else is wearing and they're not breaking out of that and wearing colors that suit them or things that suit them, you know? So they think that the only way that they can be stylish or look good is by wearing what other people are wearing. And I talked about this before, but following influencers that don't have your body type and then like you're trying to like fit this mold of this person's body type, you're trying to buy all of the things that they're wearing and it doesn't work for you and you keep lying to yourself about it. Same thing with colors. If you're following people, I say follow because sometimes that's how people shop. Like they see what somebody's wearing online and then that's like, you know, they're influenced or inspired to buy it. And sometimes they're following people that have a completely different color season than them, and they're wondering why the colors that those people are wearing isn't working for them. So you end up buying things that just sit in your closet. And once you figure out what clothing colors work for you, you can also figure out, you know, makeup and what lipsticks flatter you more, what eyeshadows, what blushes, what tones flatter you more. I've been seeing past videos of mine where I've worn like warm tone makeup, and then I see past videos of mine where I'm wearing more cool toned or, you know, colors that suit me like berry tones or like mauve tones, and the difference is night and day. I honestly think that I say this in every video, but please do research on your body type. There's so many videos on the internet, so much information out there. Look at yourself in the mirror, see more or less what body type you fall under. I know we don't like to categorize ourselves. I know that we would rather not do that because, you know, you're like, who cares? But take everything with a grain of salt, have fun with it, and just use it as research. Knowing about your body can help you differentiate between what's gonna work for you, what's gonna look flattering for you, and what's not. What I do and what I always recommend that people do is find your favorite item of clothing in your closet. Get the item of clothing, measure it, become familiar with it, and ask yourself a couple of questions. Why do I like this? What color is it? Now that we've talked about color analysis, why do I like this color so much? Why does this flatter my body? Measure it, you know, and use that whenever you're buying online. Ask yourself questions about the fabric of this piece of clothing that you really like and wear all the time. Like, what is it about the fabric that I love so much? How can I use this knowledge when I'm shopping for other things, you know? Just how you take notes of clothes that you love in your closet, take notes of the clothes that you hate. Look at the stuff when you're like cleaning out your closet. Look at the things that you're planning on donating and selling that you haven't worn in forever and ask yourself why. Is it the fit? If it's something that actually, you know, closes or zips up perfectly fine, but you just don't wear it, Why don't you wear it? Is it the color? Is it the fit? Is it the fabric? And just like take a mental note of it or write it down and use this information when you're shopping for other things. I promise you, you will tweak your wardrobe so much that it'll get to a point where you're only buying things that work for you. You're gonna be so much more conscious about what's gonna work and what's not gonna work. And that can help you. You know, I just filmed a video on how to stop yourself from wanting to buy everything you see. This is a really good way to do it. And also measure your own body. Become familiar with your measurements. Don't be scared to measure yourself. You don't have to weigh yourself. I measure myself way more often than I weigh myself. When you become familiar with your body type, what that can do for you is it'll help you understand what parts of yourself you prefer accentuating and what parts of yourself you prefer concealing. For me, my hips and my thighs are a little bit of a, not problem, but it's a little difficult for me to find things that fit the way that I want them to fit. You know, that's why I gravitate towards wide leg pants or sizing up. You know, I know these things when I'm shopping, and I know that I have to really pay attention to hip sizing, sometimes more than waist size. Like I need to make sure that something is going to fit my hips properly because I get tightness around the thighs with pretty much every bottom that I put on. And my hips also, you know, they like stretch the bottoms so much that it creates that little pleat at the top of my thighs that I do not like. Just personal preference. So I know I have to look at the hip size of everything. Personally, I love getting bottoms that are a little bit more oversized as long as it fits my hips, or sometimes even a little big on my hips, and then I take it in at the waist. And I find that that actually slims me more than if I go and buy something that's my actual size half the time, or if I buy something that's a little tighter on the bottom. Like it's weird, it doesn't make sense, but when you look at it, when I style it, it balances me out better, and it looks better for me and my body types. Measure yourself, measure your favorite clothes, and you'll slowly start to pick up on these things and understand why things work for you and why other things don't. Finding a good tailor or seamstress is also a big one for me. Like taking your stuff in, you know, not too much. I've learned from my mistakes. Leave a little bit of give, especially if your weight fluctuates. I regret tailoring things like so perfectly. Back in my day, my favorite pants are tailored, half of them, and a lot of them don't fit me right now. You know, after having a baby, my body changed a lot, and I do wish that the pants that I tailored had a little bit more give. So I learned that, you know, it's all a work in progress. Find inspiration. This is one of the best ways that, you know, you can improve your style today. Just finding inspiration, find people that look like you, have your body type, you know, whatever works for them is most likely going to work for you. Some of the time, not all the time. You know, it doesn't always have to be Pinterest or Instagram or TikTok. You can find inspiration from interior design. A lot of rooms in interior designs have beautiful color stories that work so good together. These people are like masters, and you can take that and put it into your wardrobe and try to mix these colors together and play around like that. It's one of my like favorite ways to mix like textures and colors and fabrics. You can go on websites. Some websites are just really good with their styling. You can take notes of the way that they style things and see if you can recreate these things with your own closet. You don't have to go and buy new things, you know, you can just refresh your mind and just get new perspective and new ideas from different places. Play around with your hair. Okay, play around with different hairstyles, figure out what works for you and, you know, the shape of your face. Experiment with your clothes and how your hair impacts your clothes. For example, when I wear like high neck things, I either like my hair to be sleek straight or I like my hair to be up. And when I wear my natural hair, I prefer to wear, you know, tighter fitting things, sleek things, or things that expose more, because my natural hair is a lot. Straight hair, you can get away with more things. It's not as like much of a statement, but my natural hair is. So I take that into consideration when I'm balancing my outfit out. It all plays a role, you know, so figure out a couple of hairstyles that work for you. You know, if I'm wearing a very oversized outfit from top to bottom, I like my hair to be sleek or put back, or like a sleek back bun or something. I just feel like people underestimate how much your hair plays a role in your overall style and how clothes look in general, how you look in general and feel. For your nails, I honestly just think that as long as they look like polished, it's fine. But even then, like some of the most stylish people that I know or that I've seen don't really care that much about their nails. So everything is relative, you know. it's about you and whatever makes you feel good and confident. So if doing your nails and having like a bold or cool color is how you express yourself and how you feel stylish, then do that. Personally, I do that. I love, you know, having polished nails. I feel like it makes me feel better. And again, you know, for me, that plays a role in my overall style and appearance and how I feel. So yeah, I think those are 5, or probably more than 5. I always say 5 and I end up throwing like 2 or 3 more tips in here. But 5 things that I think you can do today, right now, to improve your style. It doesn't always have to be about spending money or buying new things. I really do think that doing this kind of research and learning all of this is very, very, very productive when it comes to improving your style. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any of your own tips or if you want more videos like this, and I will see you in my next video.